Walk down the supplement aisle of any health food store today, and you will find mushroom-infused coffees, gummies, and elixirs sprouting up everywhere. With all this expensive marketing, it is fair to wonder if there is any real science behind the hype. To understand what these products are actually selling, we have to look at what mushrooms are. They belong to their own distinct biological kingdom, completely separate from plants and animals. Unlike an animal, a mushroom cannot run away from a threat, and unlike a human, it lacks a traditional immune system. To survive in dark, damp environments, swarming with hungry bacteria, mushrooms evolved a highly complex arsenal of chemical shields. The reason we are so obsessed with consuming them today is directly tied to this unique chemical warfare they wage in the wild. Humans have recognized these properties for millennia. Traditional medicine across the globe has long used specific fungi as healing elixirs to restore physical balance. Today, modern Western medicine is working to isolate the specific molecules responsible for those ancient claims. But mushrooms themselves are incredibly complex organisms. Pinning down exactly how their chemistry interacts with human biology is a difficult, painstaking process. To figure out what is actually worth your money, we need to separate the undeniable nutritional facts from the unproven medical fiction. Before we analyze any complex medicinal claims, we have to establish a basic fact. Mushrooms are objectively one of the most nutrient-dense foods on the planet. Gram for gram, they are packed with essential proteins, dietary fiber, and critical minerals like selenium and potassium, all while remaining incredibly low in calories. This diagram illustrates a unique biological trick. When a mushroom cap absorbs ultraviolet sunlight, it triggers an internal chemical reaction, creating glowing pockets of vitamin D inside its tissue. They are one of the only non-animal foods capable of doing this, exactly like human skin. So even if we completely ignore the flashy wellness marketing, simply eating whole mushrooms provides a massive, measurable upgrade to your daily diet. But what about the specific health claims on those expensive supplement bottles? Those mostly revolve around bioactive compounds called beta-glucans. These are complex carbohydrates woven tightly into the fungal cell walls. Here, we see an abstract representation of how beta-glucans interact with our biology. Think of them as a personal trainer for your body's white blood cells. They safely engage with your immune cells, acting like a sparring pad. They stress the cell just enough to make it work hard, without actually causing an infection. This gentle sparring leaves the immune system primed, alert, and much better prepared to fight off actual dangerous viruses. Take the shiitake mushroom, for example. Because it is so rich in these specific immune training compounds, scientists are actively running clinical trials to see exactly how well it supports human immune defense. Other species are studied for entirely different reasons. The lion's mane mushroom, with its distinctive shaggy tendrils, contains different active compounds that researchers are testing for their ability to stimulate brain and nerve growth. These compounds do not act like traditional pharmaceutical drugs that target and attack a specific disease. Instead, they act as modulators, upgrading the body's own existing defense systems. If these compounds are so good at training our immune system, you might wonder why your doctor isn't prescribing a portobello mushroom the next time you get the flu. There is a massive difference between clinical isolation and dietary consumption. Injecting a single, highly purified mushroom extract into a lab mouse yields very different results than drinking a cup of mushroom tea. The reality of the supplement aisle is that the industry is loosely regulated. Companies are legally allowed to make broad, sweeping health claims based entirely on those isolated lab studies, even if they have never been proven to work in actual humans. Look closely at almost any medicinal mushroom product. You will find a mandatory legal loophole printed right on the label, stating that their health claims have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. The underlying biology of these fungi is undeniably real, but the commercial marketing of powders, pills, and coffees frequently outpaces what the clinical evidence can actually prove. Ultimately, mushrooms are not a magical cure-all. Any product promising to replace modern medicine or cure a serious disease should be viewed with extreme skepticism. Even without the medical miracles, they remain chemically fascinating and highly nutrient-dense, perfectly bridging the gap between basic nutrition and preventative health. So cook with whole mushrooms to get those guaranteed nutritional benefits. And if you enjoy drinking a mushroom-infused coffee and genuinely like how it makes you feel, keep enjoying it. Just treat it as a nice dietary bonus, rather than a medical prescription. Knowing the real biology behind these fascinating organisms makes you a smarter consumer. You are now immune to the snake oil marketing and perfectly equipped to navigate the supplement aisle on your own terms.